for something that's being done. And a lot of the people with the most resources are used to thinking in sort of bigger, bolder ways almost. That's how they got to where they are. I was really taken by a comment on a trip I went on once by the late Richard Rockefeller, who was talking about this issue, about the struggle to raise money. And he said what he'd noticed is that there's a tendency when people are trying to raise money and failing to cut back their dreams a bit and ask for something more affordable. He said, I think that's probably a mistake. I think most of the donors that really have resources to spend aren't interested in small dreams. We should be not less bold, we should be more audacious. And so that's where the name of the Audacious project came from. And it was basically an attempt to almost to try to create an IPO moment for non-profits. So we'd go out to non-profits and say, what actually is your biggest dream? Suppose funding wasn't an object. What could you and your team actually achieve? What can you tell us that will make the hair on the back of our neck stand up? And then from those ideas, you try, and it takes like a year basically of sort of due diligence, investigation, and so forth, to make a compelling investment case that is capable of persuading someone who wants to put a large amount of money down. And so it's basically turning a dream into a 5-year plan. And so we take 8 or 10 of those plans, culled down from probably hundreds of applicants, and then present them to groups of donors. And you have a moment now. Here is the plan. The clock is ticking. You've got a moment to come together and support some of these plans. Will you do it or not? And because these are exciting plans, and because there's a moment, and because people can see each other around the table, when it works, you can have something amazing happen where spectacular amounts of money are raised in a very short period of time. In the last round of this, we focused on 9 projects, and about $900 million was raised for them, which is kind of wild. They were basically fully funded, and the people who were funding them were in tears with happiness at that whole process. So I think there's something to grow here. I think I want to grow it. Philanthropy has a bad press right now. People hate the fact that there's so much private capital piled up, and I think they're probably right. Like if I was designing the world from scratch, you wouldn't necessarily do it that way. But there's not an easy pathway to see how you get to a world of, I don't know, fair taxation or whatever. So given that we're in